Hello, hello everyone. Welcome to the Future Conversations. And as you know, as a build up to the Future Awards Africa 2020, we'll be interviewing some alumni of the Future Awards Africa. Basically, people who have won the awards, nominees, and some people who are doing great work in their space. So, my guest today is Evans Akanno. He's a great guy. I think he's on here, so let me bring him on. Okay, yeah. Yes, I have. My G!
Get off right now.
Tell you fresh.
I had to
Corona is
comb my
doing
hair.
you good though.
I combed my hair for this.
For once, Abby.
My
I'm sure you've not
brother,
done it in a minute.
it's been a long time, man.
How are you?
How you
How's it
doing?
going?
Fine.
How's it been? Like Corona? What is it? Oh my god. When was the last time we spoke?
We spoke November of last year at in Abuja.
Yes. Because we're in
Yeah,
Abuja
that was the
together.
last time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How's it been since then?
it's been good. It's been good. I mean, I can't complain. It's been good.
Okay. So, guys, for some of you who don't know who Evans is a big deal. Yeah, he's an award-winning designer and entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur. He's also the founder of Credital and the co-founder of FarmCards. Yeah, I'm right. Yeah.
Yes,
He
you're
also
right.
won the Future Awards for Creative Professional in 2016. So yeah, let me give you a round of applause. Anyway, so basically, let me get into the meat of today's discussion here. You've worked with a number of companies like Zenith, Google, Konga, and Jumia. How
Yeah.
has how has your work impacted these companies?
So I would say people we've worked with span from startups
Mhm.
to larger corporates, more especially with fintech companies. So companies like not just Zenith Bank, but Zenith Bank, Coronation Bank, Sterling Bank. We are even working with First Bank now. And with these companies, we find that people see them as old companies. People see them as companies that they cannot easily access.
Mm-hmm.
And innovation in these companies are not as fast as you would expect. So they need younger people that would come in and help them to be more accessible. So for example, when we had redesigned the Zenith Bank website, the website was working, yeah, the one they
Mm-hmm.
had before, but you realize that the way everything is changing now, people are mostly on their mobile phones. So you need websites and web apps to be a lot flexible on
User
mobile
friendly.
phones,
Yeah.
user friendly. I didn't know you know the terms. So user friendly, yeah.
No, but
So
I did learn now. I have tech
it
friends
did
like you. Why would I not learn these things?
we are the guys that do that hard work to understand how these things work and see how we can tailor it to these kind of companies. And I think the major thing that has helped us excel is more like we see ourselves as a team first, not as one person. This is not me going to these companies and knocking at their door and telling them I can design stuff for you. This is we building a system, having people working here, having people that we are mentoring, people that are learning. And whenever these people are working on projects, they find that I joined Digital in 1 year and I'm working with a Zenith Bank, or I'm working on a Zenith Bank project. So it sort of gives them perspective that there is a career in this thing that your parents say you're pressing computer.
Abio.
Yeah. So
And
I
I
think
believe that there's so many jobs that in the next 10, 20 years that our parents don't even understand. Like, what are you doing? I think one time it was ridiculous for you to say you're a makeup artist to paint people's faces. Now
yeah,
it's actually a
yeah, it was
thing.
like that.
Yeah. So well done on that. You won the Future Awards in 2016. I remember that was my first. That's the first time I was working with the Future Africa. Yeah, and I saw you
Okay.
when you were carrying your
You
award.
sure?
Yeah, 2016. Yeah, I remember you guys were taking pictures outside. You seemed very happy. Yeah, how how
Guy.
how did you feel? Were you expecting it?
Okay, number one, my category, there was DJ Copy, DJ Obi, Jojo
Wow,
Koro. They'll be my
that's a
category. And
strong. That's some strong competition.
but when I got there, I made a tweet that day. I think it's still on my timeline. I said, whenever they remember us, we'll be the guys that are behind our computers making things happen. we may not be the ones at the forefront of awards. That was my first big award, so I didn't expect it. So I'd already put post just in case,
I mean,
just
look
to
at the people who do the category stuff. They look
exactly.
yeah.
So when they announced my name, I was in shock, still sitting down. And next thing they were like, people were tapping me like it was you, and I started to jump from my seat. I didn't know how to go
Like
and receive. I haven't done that before, so
that's amazing.
it was
I mean, like,
exciting.
yeah, it's exciting, and that's what the Future Awards is about. It's not even about, and like we always say, it's not a popularity contest. I
Yes.
mean, I can imagine what it will mean for your industry if you can win that. You understand? Other people will be
Yeah.
inspired to do more and also chase their dreams even harder. Do you understand? And
Yes.
that's
Yes.
amazing. I mean, so this will bring me to the question, yeah. How important was the recognition for the TFA for you at the time? And did it have any impact on your work going forward?
Yes, it did. So I think one thing that TFA does very well, which I continually say, is that it makes sense to have one platform that recognizes a Davido and a
Mm-hmm.
Temisan and still
Mm-hmm.
recognize one other person working in healthcare in the same category, in the same
Yeah.
platform, because it means that someone gets to meet a Davido at that kind of event. A lot of people that I met that this was my first time. These were people that I would see on Instagram and just say, I'm your fan. I didn't even know that I was someone's fan.
Oh
No,
wow.
I didn't know that I had fans. I had
Yeah.
1,000 followers at the time I told Twitter was. So I was like, let them just use me to complete the nominee list. I didn't know that my
I can
guy,
imagine that feeling. May not bless I not join them. Yes.
my brother. So it was really, really good. It was really good. So far, I think the Future Awards was a precursor for me to be listed on Forbes 30 under 30, because when I even got,
Yeah. I saw that. Well done.
yeah,
Yeah,
a lot
big
of
deal.
clients.
This your humility. It's just you better stay your man, All this your humility is fake. You know they're a big deal.
It's not. It's not fake. This is me.
Yeah, look at
So
you.
so see, Timisan, I did not. This is not. This is one of those stories of daddy's money or mommy's money.
Of course, I get
Like 2010, I had graduated from school. I was doing like four different things. I was repairing computers. I was selling ebooks. I was designing DPs, and I was looking for a job. And I was doing my NYC at the same time. That was my 2010, But I was doing it and smiling. If 5 years after I get, or 6 years after I get nominated on Future Awards, I will feel very happy because
because
these
you have
guys
worked.
found me in
Yeah.
my, exactly.
And
So,
you had a very fantastic trajectory. Just feels like you just kept working and building. And thanks to the Future Awards, just felt like they put like some cherry on top of that cake.
yes,
And
yes, it
everything.
felt
And
really good.
I mean, you mentioned that you have like fans as well, and I'm sure that lots of young people look up to you. Yeah. What do you think is the greatest challenge for young people in the creative industry, and how do you think they can deal with it?
I think one of the challenges they face is they get burned out very often. A lot of them
Yeah.
work hard. You know, again, there are people that want fast popularity on what they do, but
Mm-hmm.
I see those that are really working hard, and some of them just need that big break. That one client that will just put their foot down and say, I trust this person. I will pay this person X amount to do a project for me. A lot of them don't have access. If you think about creative people or think about young people that are generally working, there is someone in Zamfara State that is trying to understand how to code. Now, I don't know if everything we talk about internet, whether they have it in that place, working optimally, or even, and you realize opportunities are not very, very balanced or evenly distributed in Nigeria. Anyone
Yeah.
struggling, you want to tell the person, just come to Lagos or go to Abuja. So
Mm-hmm.
with opportunities are sort of limited. And what I try to advocate is if you have the list, which is internet, if you really have internet, try to maximize that internet for getting people to know what you do. Because the same internet that allows you to be online on Instagram is the same internet you can use to Google search anything you need.
And be
You know,
creative. Yeah.
just try, just
Yeah.
keep
Depending on
trying.
what it
I know
takes.
one thing.
Yeah.
You say?
That's what. So I mean, it depends on what
What
you're
did you
using, your
say?
time, your internet, your
Yes,
connectivity for.
yes,
Yeah, I get
yes.
that. That's very interesting. So I'm also going to stay on this young people issue. Yeah, I mean, this pandemic has happened. It has changed our lives forever. Things will never
True.
get back to the way they were, and things have already changed. What is your advice for young people who are in the creative and branding space in these times where there's a pandemic, and you know that it will obviously affect their work going forward? What advice do you have for them?
So some of them are already doing the right thing. They are positioning themselves. So I
Mm-hmm.
see a lot of personal branding, personal branding. Everyone is trying to, Instagram is almost like SlideShare now. Every time you're sliding content, you
Mm.
know. What I advise them is this: don't get so hooked up on your own story. Try to see how can you help the next person, the next business.
Mm.
So if I'm someone that is right now, I'm learning digital marketing, instead of me investing 100% of my time creating content of how to advertise on Facebook, why don't I spend some time reaching out to businesses that are small, businesses that are suffering because of this corona situation, and trying to say, you know what, pay me only based on how many sales I can get you online, but I want to have you as a case study. Because I
Mm-hmm.
find that people are more interested in how much work have you done. You know, we had clients as big as Zenith Bank, but frankly, I did not. It was not someone's connection that got me that kind of clients. When we started out, we worked with small companies, but when we had worked with like 100 small companies, we had a
Mm.
portfolio to show a
Yeah.
Zenith Bank on
Yeah.
quote. So I find that these guys, in as much as you want to brand yourself, please find people that you can work for.
Okay.
Take on a job because you need to learn how to function in the system.
So basically, what you're saying is that the young people have to stay working so it eventually opens more doors for them going forward. I mean,
Yes,
create
yes,
portfolios that even the bigger brands can actually want to pay you for because of the work that you have done over time.
exactly. Yes,
That's amazing, yeah. And I think I took something from what you just said. Don't get hooked on your own story. I think that also applies to even just every creative, every young person who's trying to create great content, create value for people. I thank you for this. Don't get hooked on your own story. Okay, so we know that you are a tech guy, you're a serious guy. Maybe sometimes you probably play video games. I know you're very techy. I've seen you, I've had a
yeah.
conversation with you. But just let me know. What is a day in your life like? What are the things that you do that we don't know?
Okay, right now,
That you don't
I
show
wake up.
us?
I don't show you. I sleep a lot. When I get tired, I just sleep.
Ah,
People don't know. See, people say
okay.
things like
I mean, sleep
sleep
is very
is
good.
guy. I they sleep. This is not I sleep at night. Today I had a
They
Zoom
say,
call.
yeah, they sleep. I love it.
like I sleep by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm tired, I sleep. It sounds it's what it is though.
Oh
Like I
no,
don't
I
dey
mean,
sleep
I would
quickly.
assume that
If
some
I'm
people
tired, I
sleep
sleep.
is probably up. Do you sleep early or late? Like, are you one of those people who will say, "Oh, I take my work home. I'm a CEO, so I have to work from."
I walk
Um,
round the clock.
okay, so
My
you're
work
working even
starts when I'm awake and my work ends when I sleep at night. I'm always
Hmm.
working. So I find that once my body is tired, I just sleep. Wake up an hour after and continue working. And that's why I
So
always advocate for people to rest.
yes, it's so important. It's so
People don't
important.
rest enough.
Well, thank you. I would try and sleep as much as I can because if I want to be great like you, I think maybe sleep. I need to sleep.
When you are
But
great
you know, there's
already, you are
also
great
another
already.
part of oversleeping and not doing the work you're actually supposed to do. So I just have to
Oh
learn.
no, you have to balance that one.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like it's been a great, short, very short interview, but very great and very pungent. You hit the nail on the head. Um, just before I let you go, the Future Awards is happening this year again. Who do you think, between the ages of 18 to 31, deserves to be nominated for the same category that you were nominated for?
The same
Who
category,
deserves Who deserves this year's
creative
CFA
professional
prize, professional prize of the year?
for creative. One person, right?
I mean, it can be three, four. I mean, just basically people who you see that they are doing tremendous work, that they have the right trajectory, and they represent what we need for the future.
Okay, Blessing Abeng. That's the name
Oh,
of my
that's a
head.
woman.
Blessing Abeng. There are a few others, but I feel like they need to put in like extra 1 year of work. Because I'm not someone that is big on you can't put in 6 months of work and want to be on the Future Awards. I don't think it is deserving. You know,
Really?
no, except if those six months
Is
were
it,
like really
I don't
impressive
know.
six
This is my
months.
own. I mean, well, so I will have to have that conversation with my team, but I honestly think that I don't know if it's about the Future Awards does not. I don't think it respects number of years. I mean, they respect the work that is put into your craft, but I don't. They look at timing to know
The way I
who
see it, oh,
deserves
the way
or
I
not.
see it, I feel like you need to be careful who you call your heroes.
Mm,
Because if your heroes don't have a backstory, it
mm,
becomes a problem. It becomes
mm,
like it loses the credibility. You want to show people that have done work across like 4 years, 3 years, consistent
mm.
work. If you pick someone
But
that
you,
has done work for 6 months, what if
but
it was a fluke for the Future Awards? Think about it now.
well, 6 months is actually well. I
It's too
get what you
short.
mean by six
Yeah.
months. But you know that you can also make a lot of impact. So with someone that's done 10 years in the industry, you can even make more impact in 4 years. So it just
Four
depends. Yeah.
years, yes.
Just so
Four
we're sure
years,
that
yes.
yeah.
3 years, yes. But I need to be hearing about your name for like 3 years minimum for me
Mm.
to nominate you for the Future
So
Awards.
there's
I'm sorry, personal
sustained over
bias.
time. Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you. I
Because
agree with you. Like you need to spend
another
time.
point is more
Yeah.
like the people that have, so books are important, but the people that have done things and people that have been through, they know they have better stories to tell. They have better advice to give. You know, the way I look at this thing, people need to be able to, when you have mentors that you can tell, this person started like this. You know, one challenge we have in Nigeria is that a lot of people that have gotten up there, when you call them to speak at events, they tell you, nah, God. You
Wait,
know,
wait,
they
sorry.
don't
This
have
guy,
a backstory,
wait, I don't mean to cut you short, but this person said both are valid points of view,
but
but
results always
results would
speak.
always speak. That's what I'm saying. Like, let's say you've been working for 10 years, but you've not even been doing great work, to be honest. What if somebody has been doing
Penetration.
work for 1 year and it has great results? So I
I
honestly
would vote
think
that
that
person.
I don't think that what is celebrating longevity or people who have been there for the longest time and had no impact. So I think the future was celebrating impact so that it can inspire other
Mhm.
people. So if I've done 1 year's work and it's so great, I think the
But
committee will.
there are people that do 1 year work that looks like 5 years
I know
because
that.
of
You
how
know the
much
other
work
thing
they
about
put in.
the future awards is that it's not based on popularity, so it's not by voting. So because if some people might want to say, oh, because we know that Evans has been here for 10 years, who is this boy that just came 1 year ago, 2 years ago? How can he come and
Penetration.
upstage? So that's why there's a committee to say, okay, we are looking at this boy's work. What has he done over time? What kind of impact has he made in 1 year as opposed to Evans who has been here for 10 years? So it's more impact for me and results than it is for longevity or the amount of time that you've been there.
Maybe the angle I was coming from was more like with time creates more impact. But I see what you mean, that the
Yeah,
impact can
I
be
think we're
done
both
in a
right in
short
our
time.
own. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I agree. Okay, okay. So before I let you go, the interview is coming to an end. You know that the Future Project is known for doing great things, and
Yes.
this year it's a 2020 is very different. We're not just going to have the Future Awards. We're also having a Beating Corona telethon that's going to be hosted by me and Vimbai. Basically,
Okay.
we're celebrating COVID heroes, people who are in the front lines fighting this war, because this is war, and so people are risking their lives, their resources, their energies, and they're in the front lines, from the NGOs to the doctors and nurses on the front lines to people who are funding this thing, to government agencies who are in charge of all the work that's going on. And we decided to make them our COVID heroes. So is there anybody who you think that during this period of the pandemic, they've shown that they've given of themselves so much that they deserve to be tagged a COVID hero?
Yeah, there are a few names on my head. You know, I've seen
Okay.
people that have done a lot, even in their own area. One of them is my brother, Collins, because I realized
I
that,
think I saw him commenting here. See
oh,
Akanno. Is
yeah,
that the name?
yeah, yeah. You know, he has this initiative where he helped to distribute food through people in different communities. So he like linked people up on a platform and helped them to reach out to people in their communities. Because you know, when there's a lockdown, you don't really want to go out, so you can use WhatsApp and all of that to link people to say, you know what, you can now give people that are around you. I also know a few doctors like Dr. Andrew. I don't know if this is age. There's no age
Oh no
bracket
no
to
no no!
this,
Just
right?
we're just celebrating heroes, regardless of age. It can be a 2-year-old.
I think I would nominate all the names I have. I have Dr. Andrew.
So
I
that's
have a
great, but you
pharmacist.
like, yeah, you should. I think you should nominate your brother, that doctor, anybody who's just basically doing great work
Yeah.
with helping us fight corona. And the website to go, guys, not just for Evans, yeah. The website to go to is www.beatingcorona.africa. You can nominate that COVID hero. It doesn't matter how small their work is. Do you understand? They can just be serving food to people who are in the front lines. You understand? There's some people who are giving palliatives even without the government or government help. They just came together. A group of people just came together to say, this local government will share food for you guys every day. Do you understand? So those kind of things, that's what we
Yeah.
want to celebrate. We know that it's not easy, because even me, I'm not, I don't think I came out to do anything in particular. I probably gave some money, but there's some people who are doing the most to ensure that
Yeah.
we return back to what life was, and everybody's safe again to come out. So please nominate your brother, nominate anybody who you think is doing great work. The website to go to again is
Beating Corona.
www.beatingcorona.africa. Yeah. Have you done any work with for Corona for this Corona
Yes, I
pandemic?
have actually. I
Are you
have.
sure?
Yes, I have.
Are you a COVID hero? Do you think that you're a COVID hero?
Okay, so recently we launched a platform called Disha. I don't know if you've seen Disha before.
No, I
And
don't.
Disha is a platform that allows people to build simple
Oh, my
websites
friend said she has
on
seen
their
it.
phone. Yeah.
You've seen it? Disha.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Wow.
And to be frank, within Corona, up to 4,000 businesses have gone online through our platform on their phone.
Wow, that's impressive. Oh my God, you're my COVID hero. I will not. Let people know, guys. I just said that he is my COVID hero. That's amazing, because and to be honest, during this pandemic, a lot of businesses have suffered, will suffer. So such a platform will help young businesses and SMEs. It's really sad, because I know people who cannot, who are business owners, but now at this point they're begging to survive
Yeah,
because
it's
things
tough.
are crazy. So such a platform is so laudable. It's just the right thing. Thank you for using your own scale and platform to do this for us. You are my COVID
Oh, wow.
hero, Evans. Let me go
Thank
and
you very
introduce
much,
you after
Teresa.
this call. After this, yeah. Okay, so
All right.
thank you for joining us today. Just before we go, the Future Awards Africa, has been described as the Nobel Prize for Young Africans. Basically,
Sure.
this is an award that supports young people who are doing great work in their space. It's not a popularity contest, because we don't wait for you to become international first. We start recognizing people who are
Yeah.
doing great work in their different spaces. Doctors, nurses. I was speaking to some guy who's a leader in advocacy. Like he does stuff for children in the slum. And I can imagine what it took for the Future Project to go and look for that guy and say, you deserve to be
Yeah.
awarded. Yeah, understand. So that will inspire lots of other people to do work. So I'm very happy to be part of this platform. And I also think that you can be part of this platform. You can nominate somebody who deserves to win. The website to go to is awardsofthefutureafrica.com to nominate that person who you think is doing great work. To stay connected with us, to stay glued to this platform. Yeah, please follow all please follow all our
Israel, Israel.
social media handles, TFA Africa, across Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Basically, just to stay updated with how we're doing things, what we're doing, what we're up to. You understand? And also nominate that COVID hero who you think is doing great work, who's helping us fight Corona in this season. The website to go is www.beatingcorona.africa. Yeah. Until I come your way again, stay glued to this page so you can know the next anonymous that we're going to be interviewing. Yeah. So thank you so much for coming on, Evans. I hope that
All right.
you keep doing good work. in your
Thank
space.
you.
Keep inspiring people like me to do better. Thank you so
Story.
much.
All right.
Well
Thank you
done.
very much. Take
Bye.
care. All right. Bye bye.